Yeah, welcome everybody to another edition of the Greg Cherry Show. I am, of course, the WTC champion, Greg Cherry, joined alongside Big G himself, and we've got a pretty good episode today. It's not going to be as long as episodes typically are, just because we might have a little something going on after this, which we might clue you in on towards the end of the show. But on today's show, we're going to cover a couple things. Like I said, it's not going to take very long tonight. We're previewing AEW Dynamite. We haven't done an AEW preview yet, despite moving to this time slot. So I feel like it's a good time to do that. Weird Law Wednesday, Vermont. And there actually aren't a whole lot of weird laws in Vermont. So that one is not going to take very long. And of course, the Wednesday Q&A. And as you can see in the banner below, you can send any super chats to there. And of course, they will be read out during the course of this show. So, Big G.
Yo.
I know we're a little bit busy during when Dynamite airs live, but I still wanted to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
It's a big episode of Dynamite tonight.
It is. It should be one of their better episodes, I should say.
I would think so. I mean, there are multiple championships on the line.
Yep.
A number one contenders match.
Yeah.
So why don't we get right into that? The first thing going on with Dynamite, right at the top, Jon Moxley is defending a New Japan Championship in AEW. Yet the IWGP United States Championship is being defended against Japanese legend Yuji Nagata, which it is insane to me to think that he has not been on American TV in over 20 years.
Yeah, I think WCW.
The last time he would appear was in WCW, so that is pretty crazy in and of itself. Do you think this is when Moxley drops the title and it just goes back to New Japan so Moxley can focus on AEW?
No, I think he's going to retain here, and then whenever New Japan does their next show, I think he'll drop it over there. It should be one hell of a match, though.
Oh,
so, and hopefully, there's no like outside interference from like the feud that Jon Moxley's going on right now. Omega and the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks. Hopefully, they'll just focus on that match and have a decisive winner. So,
yeah, I really think that the two of them are going to beat the crap out of each other. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
The tag team championships, the Young Bucks defending against SCU.
I think this is where SCU finally, falls apart, and they have to end their tag team run.
Which is sad because they've been such a great team, and they've been going since TNA as a tag team. Like they were TNA, Ring of Honor. I don't know if they went back to PWG, but TNA, Ring of Honor, and AEW as a tag team. SCU, while it was Sky and Kazarian, were the first ever AEW tag team champions.
Correct.
But
because Daniels was hurt at the time.
Yeah, Daniels was hurt at the time. I don't know if the Freebird rule applied for them.
I don't think so.
Which is unfortunate because that would have been cool for Daniels. But yeah, SCU being done, that might lead to the end of Daniels as an in-ring competitor, which he can still go. He's in his early 50s, but he can still go like he's in his 30s.
Yep.
The guy's a ridiculous athlete. I'm one of the people who will always sing the praises of Christopher Daniels. But you feel like there's going to be some shenanigans with either the Good Brothers or maybe Sky jumps them or something. It's going to be something that's going to be heartbreaking if it does. It could be a surprise. SCU could shock the world and become tag team champions again. And
they could, because honestly, the Young Bucks don't really need the tag team titles.
No, I mean, you have the Elite running strong with Omega with about 75 championships right now.
Right.
It feels like it. And the Young Bucks as tag team champions. I mean, that could be the first knock in the armor of the Elite, as it were. But I don't think the Young Bucks are losing the titles anytime soon.
No. And then we got Darby Allin defending against Miro for the TNT title.
Yeah, lots of title matches. I mean, it feels like almost a pay-per-view.
Yeah, so hopefully, if AEW plays their cards right, they need to make Miro champion.
If I don't see Darby Allin retaining, but he's had an incredible run as TNT champion since ultimately like November timeframe, I believe, when he beat Cody. October, November, around there.
Yeah, so he's had a good lengthy reign.
It's been about 6 months.
Yeah.
So I think Miro becoming the champion, especially after Ethan Page threw Darby Allin down the stairs,
right?
Which Darby Allin is a nutcase in and of himself, going down steps like that.
Yeah.
But it seems like he's willing to put his body on the line for anything. So, yeah, I think if any championship changes hands tonight, it'll probably be the TNT championship.
Yep. And then we also have, if I'm not mistaken, the coronation of the Pinnacle after their win last week against the Inner Circle.
Yeah, so I'm sure MJF is going to be spewing out the mouth like he normally does.
Yeah.
You wonder what kind of things the Inner Circle will have planned, because it's a weird way to start their feud in a blood and guts match.
Right.
War Games, if you guys missed it, it's basically the original War Games.
Yeah.
But Jericho got thrown off the cage last week, and he probably won't be on the show tonight, even though he landed on like the softest landing ever.
Yeah.
Everybody gave him crap. Here's the thing. Everybody gave Jericho crap for that, but he's in his 50s. You really want him falling on solid steel from about 15, 20 feet up?
No.
Like, that could kill the guy.
If they had done the camera angle better, like a different way, then I don't think people would have crapped on it as much. But the way they did it and showed it, and we talked about this on the review last week, it was a great match, and then the ending, they screwed it up, just like with the exploding death match a couple months ago with Omega and Moxley. So
yeah, it's been one of the things that's been very questionable is their actual television production.
Yeah.
Which is a very important part for people watching. It's like, if you have a poorly produced show, I'm not saying this is a production masterclass right here, because this is just a show done over StreamYard. I'm not going to say I know everything about production, regardless of whether or not I have a bachelor's degree in broadcasting.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that you gotta at least preview that to see how it looks. I know you can't really like preview the spot with a Jericho falling off the cage multiple times, but you gotta cut your losses or like not go to replay. Like, I think the replays made it worse.
Yeah.
Like if you would have just had MJF shove Jericho off the cage and leave it at that without the constant replays, I think it would have been fine.
I can't remember if it was Jeff or Virtue. They mentioned, if MJF was threatening to push him off, but then he did it anyways, he should have just done that and then have the Inner Circle surrender instead of, doing it the way they did it. So,
well, I understand both sides of it, but I'm going to have to disagree with that.
Okay.
Just because it makes MJF, for lack of a better term, look like more of a dick.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Oh, I'm going to do this unless you surrender. It's like, surrender. Okay, I'm willing to do it. And then after they surrender and they win the match, it's like, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. Screw you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it makes him more of a heel. So I disagree with that. Simply because, I mean, why would you just throw him off? It's like that just makes you look. It makes you look like a different kind of heel, just like I'll do anything to win heel.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of match where it's like in the confines of the match, it would be not necessarily acceptable, but
right. I see what you're saying.
After that, what do you have to prove?
Yeah.
So
I feel like they're gonna have a match between MJF and Jericho at Double or Nothing. They have to.
Probably. I saw somebody, I don't remember who it was, tweeting about them redoing Omega and Jericho, with Jericho as the babyface and Omega as the heel. Probably not a Double or Nothing. Maybe at like um,
All Out.
either All Out or they did they do Fighter Fest yet, or Fight for the Fallen or whatever?
No, not yet. Oh, one of the, like the TV pay-per-views or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they do it then, but I don't see them.
Yeah.
I don't know who takes the belt from Omega. Like I know that, and we'll get right into the number one contenders match since we're speaking of Kenny Omega.
Right.
Pac and Orange Cassidy going 1-on-1, and the winner's the number one contender for the AEW Championship.
I'm gonna shit myself if Orange Cassidy becomes number one contender.
Well, you might want to.
Oh my
Might
god!
want to change of drawers because I think Orange Cassidy is going to beat Pac.
Oh my god!
No, it runs back to the Revolution match from 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Orange Cassidy's on a different level than Pac right now, just because Pac, hasn't been seen. Like he's done the Death Triangle stuff,
Yeah,
but he has not been seen as much in the last year as Orange Cassidy, whose star has insanely risen.
Yeah.
So I think Cassidy wins here. I don't think he wins the belt. I think it's way too early for Kenny Omega to drop the championship. So
yeah, I would give Omega a lengthy reign, kind of like Reigns, as like almost give him like, I would say 10 months to a year reign for Omega. Yeah. Give him that lengthy reign and then have whoever. I can't even tell you who. I would think Page.
Yeah, Curtis Butler just said Adam Page too, and I wasn't even thinking of Hangman, but that's an absolutely fantastic shout. Because their tag team just kind of imploded once they lost the tag team titles to FTR.
Yeah.
And then that's when Omega started to go on his own and started being more of a heel. Yeah. Not that he really wasn't to begin with, but Hangman being that guy to take the title off of Omega and become an absolute huge megastar,
yeah,
I think is a good way to go. I don't know how you get him there. I think it's one of those, he works up to getting there, but yeah, Adam Page is definitely a good shout.
Yeah. I think Cody Rhodes has some announcement for Double or Nothing, so he'll probably get his match announced or something like that. So
yeah, I don't know what he could possibly do though, because you figure TNT Championship's probably going to be busy, so he's not going to challenge for that again. He's already been two-time champ. He can't challenge for the AEW Championship.
No. Maybe the tag champs with Dustin.
You think they go back to the Brotherhood and the Young Bucks? Possibly.
I mean, well, Cody's got his thing going on with the factory or whatever they're called. So I couldn't. I don't know. It's really hard to tell where they would go with this.
Yeah, but it's weird that Cody has to like make an announcement. Like here's my problem with like Cody making like these special announcements. Like I can't say much because I have his like text, like his number that he texts out people, and it's typically like AEW stuff. One of the problems I have is like you need to make these segments more, pun on the Rhodes family, natural,
right?
And not make like Cody has a big announcement. It's like if you do that every week, it makes the announcements less meaningful. Like come out and do a regular segment. You don't have to make the Cody segment the draw. Like just put it for your regular programming, because if you keep doing the big announcement, it loses its meaning.
I feel like he's done that plenty of times already.
He has. And I like Cody Rhodes. I do.
Oh, I do too.
But from a, again, television production standpoint,
right,
you need to like dial it back a little. Make them want more. If you keep giving them more, then they'll either be like even more demanding, or they'll just get sick of what you're feeding them.
Yeah.
So you have to dial it back a little bit, Cody. Like you're not in the mix. Like Cody Rhodes is not in the mix of any major storyline right now.
No.
Which I know has a lot to do with. I think the Go Big show is like the season ended for that, and him and Brandy are expecting a child very shortly.
Yeah.
But like dial it back a little bit and let AEW do its thing. And like, if you're gonna be in a segment on the show, perfect. But don't make this big deal of something that's not going to end up being as much of a big deal as you want it to be.
Right.
Just because there are a lot of AEW diehards that are saying, "Oh yes, everything that AEW does is great," which I hate to break it to people is not completely true. They do a lot of great things, but not everything they do is great.
Yeah.
They gotta just bring it back a little bit, Cody. That's all I'm asking. Let's see here. Also, the only advertised women's spot is Tony Schiavone interviewing Jade Cargill.
Okay. I think I saw something earlier. Thunder Rosa is in action too, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, I don't know who I saw it from. I don't think it was SRS, but I saw that Thunder Rosa may be going back to the NWA and maybe leaving AEW, which I'm pretty sure she was contracted to the NWA to begin with.
Yeah.
But
with them being out for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. She had the great series of matches with Britt Baker, the Lights Out match, which I have still yet to see. I am going to have a bunch of free time on Saturday. I want to make it a goal to sit down and watch some matches that I haven't watched, especially AEW matches, because I feel like I have to watch these matches that everybody's talking about. So I'm going to watch. Yeah, I'm just going to catch up on a bunch of AEW stuff that I haven't watched. Just like sit back, grab a whole plate of food, watch AEW. That's my goal for Saturday.
There you go.
Where was it going? Oh, yeah. So Britt Baker is likely going to have a title shot at Double or Nothing.
Oh, she is. It's official.
It's official now? Okay. Yeah. And I was on this tangent last week, and I'm going to keep doing it until Double or Nothing happens. Britt Baker needs to win the AEW Women's Championship.
Correct.
And it's not just because she's a fellow Pennsylvanian. Okay? It has nothing to do with that. It
has
helps.
Nothing to do with this, no.
Yeah, it helps that she's a Steelers fan. It helps a lot that she's from Pennsylvania, but she is the absolute star of the women's division. Period. End. She needs that championship to elevate the women's division even higher than it already is.
Correct.
And not a knock to Hikaru Shida, but as long as she's had the championship, it's been kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. She's not a bad athlete, but I watched the match at Revolution with the winner of the tournament, and I was just kind of like, I'm not invested in this.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a knock to her talent. I just was not invested in that match.
Her match last week with Ty Conte was pretty. I mean, it was decent for what it was, but like Britt Baker is the women's division. You know.
Yeah.
I think fans are clamoring for her to become women's champion. I think they've had enough of Shida. Like you said, no knock to Shida. I mean, she's very athletic. I mean, she's had the title for over a year now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's one of those things where you want to build strong champions, but at the same time, where exactly does Hikaru Shida go if she beats Britt Baker?
Yeah.
The fans are going to turn on her because Britt Baker is basically the chosen one of the women's division.
Yep.
So I don't see a scenario that works out for AEW if Britt Baker loses at Double or Nothing. I just don't see it. I think Britt Baker being champion and being the one who's being chased after for the title is going to be a freaking gold mine for AEW.
Yeah.
They have to do it.
Yeah.
They have to. I don't know. It sounds like I'm convincing myself that they have to do it. And I'm kind of like paranoid. It's like, is AEW dipping into the Vince booking a little bit, where it's like, oh, we're not going to give you that. It's like Tony, please give us Britt Baker as champion.
All right.
Because the matches that she can have with everybody else on the roster is just. Phew.
Curtis says Kenny is in charge of the women's division. I think he is. See, so Kenny, if you're listening,
Kenny, if you can hear us underneath all the gold you're piled in,
right?
Britt Baker for champion,
please.
Yeah,
for the love of God.
Again, like AEW, the AEW fan base is a strong and rabid one.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to go on wrestling Twitter during Double or Nothing if Britt Baker loses. Everybody will be pissed.
Yep.
Everybody. And it's not going to make Sheeta look any better.
Nope. I think if they were smart, they could do a double turn at Double or Nothing.
I don't know. See, Britt is such a damn good heel that I don't want to see her turn face. Just because everybody has the respect for her.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a face turn yet. I want her to win the championship. I want her to hold it as a heel and be defeated for it by a babyface.
Okay.
Like, I want her to have a long reign. But it's got to be meaningful.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's anything else for this AEW preview. Yeah, we talked about the coronation. I think we pretty much covered everything that's happening on AEW.
Yeah.
There might be a couple other things that happen.
It feels like a 2-hour show already.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have their backstage segments and.
Yeah, I mean, nobody plans for backstage segments other than, like I said, the Tony Schiavone interview.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, and that one will probably be out in front of the crowd anyway. I'm excited to see where they go with this, and hopefully, like I said, a Double or Nothing, Britt Baker becomes AEW Women's Champion.
Yep.
So that's it for the Dynamite preview. And we're going to go right into Weird Laws. And I hate to cut it short because there's not a whole lot of laws from the state.
Oh, they must be doing something right then.
Yeah. Maybe there's more freedom in Vermont, but reading a couple of the laws, maybe not.
Jeez.
So there are literally only 4 weird laws out of Vermont that were listed. Just 4. So we might as well go over all of them, right?
Right.
All right. So here we go. Women must obtain written permission from their husbands to wear false teeth.
What? Sorry, honey. I don't love you enough. You can't wear your false teeth today.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to get gummed in the morning when I kiss you. What? Why is that like a status thing that I don't understand? It's like, oh, you have false teeth. You're a lower class citizen. It's like, no, you just had teeth that you had to have.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
I do like this because we are running out of states.
Yeah.
Strange crimes of the week because there are so many that happen all the time. Also in Vermont, at one time, I guess that means it's not anymore. At one time, it was illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole. You'd have to be tying their legs unless you're like on top of them and trying to like tie a rope around their neck.
That's pretty much strangling. Oh my God.
Also, how many people were tying giraffes to telephone poles?
All right. god. Oh. I'm glad there's only 4 today. I don't know how much I could have handled.
Yeah. Well, this one's a more like serious, straight-laced one.
Okay.
It is illegal to deny the existence of God.
Okay.
So Vermont votes Republican, right?
I think so.
I mean, I guess they don't have a choice. Well, I mean, they do have a choice. They can just say screw all of politics because all of it's work.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Politics is the dumbest thing in the world.
Like you said, wrestling is real, politics are fake.
Yep. Buy the shirt.
There you go. Cheap.
And finally, I don't know if it's Bar or Barry, just because there's Wilkes-Barre in PA, so I don't know if it's Barry or Bar, but spelled the same way. All residents shall bathe every Saturday night.
Sorry, honey, you can only bathe on Saturday night.
Well, no, it's not that you can only bathe on Saturdays. It's that on Saturday nights you have to bathe.
Oh, you have to. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So that just sounds like a really weird Zoom party that I want nothing to be a part of. Hey, everybody, get in their bath. It's time for a meeting.
Right.
Hey, what kind of soap did you get for this one? It just seems like it's like a weird. It's like a weird rabbit hole that everybody would be going down.
And I can see it. For some reason, I can like see everybody in like those claw baths, like in the middle of the floor.
Oh, we have a claw bath. I understand this reference.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't know what state I would. After listening to all the weird laws, I do not know what. I'm glad I live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I almost feel like we're gypping people. Like there's got to be more, right?
Let me see.
All right. Well, guess what? We're going to add another one. Just because I feel like I'm gypping you guys. So that was all the weird laws in Vermont.
I found 12.
You found 12?
Yes, and this is like okay.
Well, if you got them, you can read them.
All right. So it has the one with the women must get permission to their from their husband. Illegal to deny the existence of God.
Mm-hmm.
The tie a giraffe to a telephone pole.
Yep.
Okay, and the town of Bar. Okay, so delivery men must walk backwards in driveways of homes worth more than $500,000.
See, how are you even supposed to know that? Like, this house is worth $499,995. I can walk forward in this driveway. Why the hell are they moonwalking in mansions? I don't understand this.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Okay, it is not legal to whistle underwater.
First of all, I can't whistle, so I'm not affected by that law. But why would you want to try to whistle underwater? Like,
you have to hold your breath, so it'd be kind of hard to do that. All right, it is illegal to paint a horse in Vermont.
Okay, so this could go a couple different ways. So you can't paint like a drawing of a horse, or you can't go up to a like old Bessie Lou and like start painting the horse. like which way does that go?
If I'm thinking Vermont, I'm thinking you can't go up to a horse and paint them.
Yeah, let's go with that one because like I mean it's weird enough if you can't like actually paint a picture of a horse. But I guess it doesn't say paint a picture, so we're going with hey, you can't go paint a horse. How many horse painting bandits were in Vermont before this became a law.
Right. All right. What? Okay. It says doves must not be kept in the freezer.
Again, this could have multiple meanings. Also, hashtag horse painting bandits.
Right.
See, I understand you can't have the bird in the freezer, but there's a problem because there's an ice cream company called Dove. So, right. So you can't have Dove products in that. See, this is all kinds of confusing. Wording on these laws, ladies and gentlemen, is very important. So you don't know if they mean you can't have Dove ice cream because like maybe there was some labor dispute in Vermont that we're not sure about, or you can't actually keep birds that are alive in the freezer. I would go with that one because that seems inhumane or animal cruelty or something along those lines.
Oh, geez. Whew. All right. It is not legal to paint landscapes during times of war.
Well, it seems stupid to do that anyway, especially if that particular place is a war zone.
Right.
It's like, oh, this seems like a good day to go paint the grass in the middle of freaking crossfire. I'm acting like this is colonial times or something.
Right.
Or again, another double meaning. Could this mean that you can't paint a picture of a landscape while there's a war going on? So well, you can't paint horses either. What exactly can you paint in Vermont?
I guess nothing. All right. It is illegal to give a baby a comforter. Comforter being in quotations.
I'm hoping they mean the blanket because I don't want to even guess what the hell that could possibly mean otherwise. If that's a euphemism for something, Delaware, get your shit together.
In Rutland, Vermont, cars are forbidden from backfiring.
It's not like a goal they have.
Let me make sure my car backfires today.
It's not like some weird ass competition. Be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit the brakes and like, as soon as I turn the car on, I'm just gonna put the pedal to the metal, see if it backfires on me. They're not supposed to backfire. That's like a mechanical issue. It's not something you try to achieve. And if you do, what's wrong with you?
Oh, right. Oh my God. All right. It is legal for vagrants to obtain food by force.
Of all the laws, that's the least weird.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a great one, it's
all right. Last one.
Yep.
It is not legal to use colored margarine in restaurants unless the menu indicates it is permitted in 2-inch high lettering. What?
Was that English? What the hell was that?
It was English.
I don't understand the combination of words that just happened in my ears.
All right. Whew. Let me read this one more time.
Yeah.
It is not legal to use colored margarine.
Colored, like COLORED?
Colored margarine in restaurants unless the menu indicates it is permitted in 2-inch high lettering. I do not know who wrote this law. It is so confusing. Oh my God.
Why is something I have never heard? We have been doing this Weird Law series for about a year now.
Yeah.
I have never heard a law this specific before. How big of an issue was using colored margarine, which I didn't even know existed in the first place, that you need a sign specifically with 2-inch letters that says you can use it.
Oh, I better not drink anything. Oh my god!
I mean, if you have 3-inch letters, is that okay, or is that like too excessive? You have 1-inch letters. You better up that font there, buddy. Like,
right? Oh my god!
How high were the people who made that law?
I don't know. They must be smoking something good because I'm just laughing my ass off right now. I'm just laughing how stupid these laws are.
That is probably among the dumbest laws we've ever heard on the show. And we've heard some dumb ones. We have heard some really stupid laws on this show. That one is a class above itself.
Oh my! Curtis Butler says, "I can't believe it's not butter because it's not. It's paint." Oh,
well, it's not paint because you can't paint anything in Vermont.
Oh my god! And I'm dumb enough. It just makes me and you dumber for even listening, or makes me dumber for reading that law.
Which does not fare well for you in about half an hour.
Oh my god.
Brett Storm says, what is it with margarine that gets it banned? Because I've heard yellow margarine is banned in some state. I think Missouri. First I hear about that. Now this. What is it with margarine? Is margarine actually different colors? Like,
I've only seen yellow margarine. I mean, I use butter, but
yeah, I use butter too. But like,
I'm gonna look this up.
I know there was like colored ketchup like many years ago.
Yeah,
but I'm not exactly going shopping for blue margarine,
right?
Or orange margarine, or purple. I don't know. Curtis Butler says black margarine on the black market. I guess.
They dye it yellow. It's banned in the UK.
Well, I'm pretty sure like most like food dyes are banned in the UK.
Yeah.
It has to be like naturally colored that way. So if it's in the UK, I understand because like there's like a color dye ban over there anyway. So I don't know.
Crazy.
From what I understand. Hey, actual knowledge during a weird law segment. That's weird. You don't get that very often.
No.
You might not get it often during the show anyway. But that is Weird Law Wednesday. Thank you for the assist, Big G.
Not a problem.
Some of those.
Wait, I don't know. I feel stupider for reading some of those. Oh my god. I do not want to live in Vermont where I can't paint on a horse. I can't tie a giraffe to the phone pole, and I have to give my wife permission for wearing false teeth.
No. Your tax dollars at work, ladies and gentlemen. This is what your lawmakers come up with.
Oh my god!
All right, we are to the Q&A segment. Yeah, I'm gonna look through. There's probably not a lot, but
no, I didn't see any.
I know there was a couple. BPC 77 says, have you both played Retromania Wrestling? I know it just came out. I have not played it yet. Nope. I think it's available on the Switch, though, so I might get it on the Switch. I actually just, funny enough, I did get one of the M. Dickey wrestling games for the Switch. I think it's Wrestling Empire. I'm not sure if it's that one or if it's I don't remember the name.
I haven't. I've been playing Battlegrounds, the 2K Battlegrounds, which is fun. It reminds me of the one that was for like PS3, like All Stars, correct? The graphics remind me of All Stars, and I mean it's fun, you know. So hopefully one of these days there will be I think there might be an online play, but I'm not sure yet.
There's no online play for Battlegrounds.
As far I really haven't paid attention to it, but I'm sure there is.
I would feel like that's really weak, but then again, it's a 2K release, so are we surprised?
All right.
They really have to get it together for 2K22 because
they got over about a year or so, or October usually comes out, doesn't it?
2K20 was 2K20 was the first wrestling game I did not buy the annual release of.
Oh wow.
And I have bought every annual release since Revenge for the N64. Okay. So that's like 20 some years of getting the annual release of the game.
Wow. Yeah.
And I heard 2K20 was such dog shit that I did not touch it. I refuse to pay for it. If somebody gave it to me for free, I might play it. But even then, I have better games that I can play.
Right.
So I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. You might be able to answer this because
I don't even watch that, so I couldn't even answer.
I don't either. So sorry, Daniel. It's not my genre. If Jeff Meacham was here, he might be able to answer this, but I neither one of us watch it. So sorry about that. Brett says All Stars is definitely better than 2K Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds is all right, but All Stars is better. There's online stuff on Battlegrounds. King of the Battlegrounds is an online.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I did see that.
I want to look to see what that Dicky game is called because now it's bothering me. It is Wrestling Empire.
Oh, okay.
So I was right. Hooray, I was right about something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. Most of my Switch games are Mario games, which shouldn't surprise
me. Same here. I'm in the middle of I just got Mario All-Stars for my birthday, my fiance bought, so I'm in the middle of that. And then we've been playing Mario Party on Sunday nights.
Nice.
And Mario Kart.
I need to get in on when you guys do Mario Party because I have Mario Party.
Okay. Do you have Mario Kart by any chance?
I do have Mario Kart also.
Okay. Yeah. And I think I know I have you as a friend, but
the thing is,
I'll add you to the because I made like a Nintendo group for just the people who have Switch and stuff like that. So I'll add you to that.
Okay. I don't think anybody's beaten my Super World yet in Super Mario Maker 2. That's because the last world or the last level that I have for that is freaking ridiculous. Definitely recommend Retromania Wrestling. I've seen good stuff about it because it's like the unofficial WrestleFest sequel, which is weird because they came out with like a WrestleFest game a few years ago. WWE did, for like phones. So they had a mobile game based on WrestleFest, and it was like I think current roster.
I think so.
For whatever reason, it didn't last very long.
Yeah.
BP77, give me a minute. I think I have my code here somewhere. I don't know where my okay. So I got a question. Even though you won't be at the next Fan Quizzlemania, which is tomorrow, I'm taking care of some deck stuff tomorrow. Do you think Andy will mess up a question again? Yes. If I had to guess, he's gone 2 in a row. Yeah, I'm very sad I'm not able to make the next Fan Quizzlemania because it would be nice to regain my championship and become a 4-time champ. But unfortunately, I won't be able to attend that one. I might not be able to attend the one in June, and it depends on when it is in July. If it's July 10th, I won't be available. So I might not be back till August, which sucks. But Fan Quizzlemania is probably the only Quizzlemania I'll ever be on. So I'm going to type in a banner here and give out my Super Mario 2 Maker ID. So you guys can go find all my levels and play them. And I have a couple uncleared on there. So if you guys want to go play some Super Mario Maker, Trying to beat some of my uncleared levels. Try to beat my super world, which I think the last level is my top uncleared level. Go for it. But also, Daniel, thoughts on the Venom 2 trailer? I feel
You're asking the wrong people. You're asking the wrong person.
Well, I feel like I've actually seen that. And thank you, Curtis, for the super chat there.
Oh, okay.
Which sadly I can't put them on stream, but
yeah,
I will address yours here shortly once I see what it is. Oh, he just donated $3. Nothing. Appreciate that, Curtis. Appreciate that very much. So thank you for that donation. Yeah, Super Mario Maker is one of those games that I've spent. I've spent multiple hours. In fact, my one uncleared level. I know we were talking about Venom 2 a little bit. I think I've seen it. From what I saw, it looks good, but I'm not a big movie guy, so I'm the wrong person to ask about movies. But for Super Mario Maker 2, I spent about 2.5 hours trying to beat my one uncleared level.
Oh wow!
Because it's precision, and at the same time, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It took me a long time to realize, hey, you need to be kind and put checkpoints in levels.
Right.
I hadn't done it until this last one that I uploaded, which was a couple months ago.
Okay.
But that one's a platformer. That one was fun. It was frustrating beyond belief to try and beat it, but it was fun. But yeah, go check out my Super Mario Maker 2 stuff. But instead of going to 8 o'clock, we're going to cut the show off here because Big G is going to be busy here in about 10 minutes, along with a couple other people, because we are recording the very first episode of WTC Jack of All Trades.
Woo!
No spoilers on what rounds are going to happen. Big G has no clue. The other contestants have absolutely no clue. They have no clue what they're even getting into. They just know that they're on the show. So, Jack of All Trades, I'm not sure when the show will drop just because I want to get a couple episodes recorded before I start dropping the episodes. But look for that June, July timeframe to drop just to make sure I have everybody squared away.
Right.
But for Big G, at the moment, do you know when you're planning on starting the Jack of All Trades tournament? Well, tonight. Brett, I will get a hold of you because you are in that tournament. So I will get a hold of you when I figure out which 3 people you're going to be facing. Curtis Butler says, we'll see you in week 2. Did they drop the schedule? Because if they drop the schedule, we're going to talk about it real quick.
Yes, they did.
They did. Oh, okay.
Breaking news, people.
Yes, breaking news here on the Greg Cherry Show. They dropped the NFL schedule. Let's see.
Oh, August. All right, so we're playing the Hall of Fame game against Dallas.
Oh, whoop-de-dang. That'll be a fun game.
Yeah, it's a Hall of Fame game, so it's a preseason. Right. The first week of preseason, we're playing at Philadelphia. Then preseason week 2, we're playing at Detroit. And then preseason 3, we're playing at Carolina.
Yeah. All right. So,
holy shit, there's 18 weeks.
Well, yeah, because there's 17 games, so you still need a bye. Why is our bye week so early?
Again, oh my god. I mean,
week 7, it could have been worse. It could have been like week 4 or something. But week 7, come on.
Well, remember, that's what last year because everything got screwed up.
Well, that's because the Ravens screwed us completely.
So when do we play Seattle? We play them week 6.
We play Seattle week 6.
Sunday, October 7th.
We play Baltimore Sunday, January 9th.
Nice.
So that'll close the season. So we got Buffalo week 1.
Yep.
The Raiders week 2.
Yep.
Bengals week 3, the Packers week 4, which they may not have Aaron Rodgers with them. We'll see.
Nope.
The Denver Broncos, who knows who their quarterback's going to be. Seattle, week 6. We got a bye week 7. Halloween, we get to play the Browns. Monday night game against the Bears in November. Then Detroit. Hey, we don't have a Thanksgiving game this year. Cool.
Right.
Detroit, week 10. The Chargers, week 11 in LA. At Cincinnati, week 12. At home, week 13 against Baltimore. At Minnesota, week 14. Week 15, we got the Titans. Oh, geez, the day after Christmas, we get freaking Kansas City.
Oh,
yikes. Oh, my gosh, the schedule's rough. Week 17, we get Cleveland. Week 18, we get Baltimore.
So we don't end the season with the Brownies. Good.
No, but we ended with Baltimore in Baltimore.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm glad we don't have a Thanksgiving game or a Christmas game. It makes me actually kind of happy.
Yeah, we don't have a Thursday night game until we play Minnesota in week 14.
Nice. Okay.
So there's the Steelers schedule. If you want to see the rest of the schedules, that's all on.
Oh, I'm so excited. Football is literally right around the corner.
I know. I'm excited too. And I am so thankful. Like, I haven't told you this, but I'm so thankful. The day you get married, the Irish play the day after. So thank you for putting your wedding. The Irish opened their season on a Sunday instead of a Saturday. So I was like, yes, I don't get to miss the opening game. I'm so happy. But obviously I'll be there for your wedding regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah. So for Big G, I am Greg Cherry. I'm so excited that the NFL schedule dropped. I'm ready for it. Ready to talk some. You're late, Jeff. Hey, go check the Cowboys schedule. The NFL schedule's just dropped today, and we just literally talked about it. So go find out what the Cowboys schedule is. We get you in the Hall of Fame game in August. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for Big G. I am Greg Cherry, and we will see you next week right here on the Greg Cherry Show.